Depending on where you are in the world, different countries will all have different versions of the world map. Take the Israel and Palestine borders, for example, one of the most fought-over border disputes in the world. Just about any map you look at in the United States or Israel shows this area of land known as the Golan Heights as belonging to Israel. The only thing is, Israel and the United States are the only two countries in the world that recognize the Golan Heights as Israeli land. Every other country, all 193 of them, recognizes the Golan Heights as belonging to Syria, but acknowledges that the land is being held under Israeli military occupation. In fact, this is the case for many countries in border disputes around the world, where what you're seeing in American textbooks isn't necessarily true for other countries. Take the area of land known as Crimea, for example. Most Americans consider this peninsula sticking out into the Black Sea as Ukraine, when this isn't the reality for many other countries. 7 countries, including Russia, recognize Crimea as fully belonging to Russia, and 18 other countries voted against the United Nations resolution that granted Crimea as official land of Ukraine. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Crimea was given to Ukraine. There were many Russians living in Crimea that weren't thrilled about being governed under Ukraine and felt they more closely aligned with Russian culture. As a result of this, Crimea was granted autonomy under Ukraine, where they could have their own parliament and constitution. In 2014, Russia was going through a financial crisis, and their leadership was losing support from the Russian citizens. The Russian leadership wanted to make a move to win back support and decided to invade Crimea and annex the land. Russia has military control over Crimea today and serves as an extremely important military port with its direct access to the Black Sea. This annexation has not been recognized by the United States, Ukraine, or the rest of the European Union, which leaves many maps showing Crimea as still belonging to Ukraine. The next region that doesn't always look the same from map to map is the Jammu and Kashmir region in Asia. This region is especially tricky to navigate, considering 3 different countries all believe the land is theirs. The Jammu and Kashmir region is divided between China, India, and Pakistan, where each country believes they are entitled to more land in this region than what's actually sectioned off for them. The most widely accepted international position is that India controls the Jammu division in the Kashmir Valley as of 2019. Pakistan administers this area of land known as Azad Jammu and Kashmir, as well as the Gilgit-Baltistan region. Finally, China controls this region of land known as Aksai Chin in the northeast section of Jammu Kashmir. Although this is the internationally accepted division of the land, each of these 3 countries see it differently. India claims this entire region as theirs based on a charter that was signed back in 1947. Pakistan believes much of this region is theirs based on the Muslim majority population in this region, and China claims ownership over the more remote regions of this land, specifically Aksai Chin and the Shaksagam Valley. Another region China and India can't agree on is further east and is known as the Arunachal Pradesh region. Similar to the Jammu and Kashmir region, most of the international community recognizes that the vast majority of Arunachal Pradesh belongs to India, while China and its allies largely disagree. China refers to Arunachal Pradesh as either Zhangnan or South Tibet and claims this as part of the Tibet Autonomous Region. The United States and many other allies of India have come forth in 2024, confirming the recognition of Arunachal Pradesh belonging to India, to which China has strongly condemned. This region has actually proved to be violent in recent years, where an escalation in 2020 left 20 Indian soldiers and 4 Chinese soldiers deceased. Another region that the United States is in hot water with over China is the extremely important island in the South China Sea known as Taiwan. The Chinese Communist Party points to history to claim their ownership over Taiwan. In fact, every country, except for 12, recognize Taiwan as being one of China's territories. The Taiwanese people don't see it this way and have looked to the United States for help in their self-defense. The United States is a strong supporter of Taiwan's independence, mainly because of the extremely profitable semiconductor industry dominated by Taiwan. Semiconductors go into everything from the device you may be watching this video on to a Boeing 737. Without Taiwan's semiconductors, the United States and many other countries would fall apart, considering these countries haven't gotten to the point where they can be semiconductor independent yet. China and most of the world sees Taiwan and these small islands in the South China Sea as just other territories of China, while the people in these regions see themselves as independent from the Chinese Communist Party and would like to stay that way. Also in this region, there's an ongoing dispute over what this body of water is called. China claims this entire body of water to be known as the South China